Along with you, Jack McKee alongside here as we're ready to go for the softball season. The weather is not exactly the ideal for summer. It doesn't feel like summer anyway. Feels like I just finished the track season, which I really did on Saturday. But tonight, we have overcast skies, 59 degrees. It looks like the heavens could open up any time. There is some chances for rain, about 25% at 7 o'clock. They're hoping they can get this game done. So a varsity game tonight with a 5:30 start time this evening. This is a beginning of a new era for Griswold because they're no longer just Griswold. They have CAM alongside as well, but they still go by Griswold, if that makes any sense to you. The CAM Cougars are coming off a season last year where they went 12-11. Not a bad softball season at all, but they lost a fair number of seniors. They lost about 4 seniors, and they did not gain as many players coming in. So looking at their players to start the season, it was only going to be about 7. And guess what? You need 9 to play. So they had to go and search for a partner for this 2025 season and enter Griswold, who gladly said, we'll take your players because their numbers probably were going to be okay, but they would have had to bring up some 8th graders, other players from the JV team. They would have had to play varsity to fill out the depth for the Griswold softball team this year. So now head coach Jody Russell has the depth and has some, and also has a pretty good pitcher as well that she can utilize for this brand new Griswold CAM Softball Alliance. So we'll just go by Griswold to keep it, to end the confusion throughout this ball game, because that's how they're going to be going throughout the entire season. In other words, so the CAM softball schedule has disappeared. The CAM team from the Rolling Valley Conference has disappeared. They've just been absorbed by Griswold, so they'll play a corner conference schedule, and they'll play the Griswold softball schedule. Got that? There'll be a test later. So anyway, what head coach Jody Russell has a roster of 18 players on the varsity, which gives her a lot of strength in order to play around with throughout the upcoming season, throughout this season, which starts tonight. Their opponent will be the Wolverines of East Mills, and they came off a 2-17 season a year ago. East Mills, they don't have the tremendous numbers that this Griswold squad does. They're sitting at about 11, so they cannot have any injuries on the season. The key for East Mills will be pitching. Alexis Jones is a freshman who was the number 2 pitcher a year ago for this East Mills squad, and she struggled at times with an ERA well over 21. So they will need her to grow up a little bit and develop. She was only an 8th grader a year ago, but they graduated Kendra Lawman, their number 1 pitcher. So East Mills will look for better consistency in the circle this year from Jones. It's an interesting opener. It's the beginning of the Griswold-CAM Softball Alliance. We'll see what they can do here tonight. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Jody Russell, the head coach for the for the Griswold Tigers. As we roll on, we're back with that interview coming up in 2 minutes here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
McCunn Specialty Firearms. McCunn Specialty Firearms has teamed up with Iowa Safe Company to bring you a full showroom of their top-notch safes. Keep legal documents, family valuables, cash, and firearms safe from children, intruders, and fire. Put your mind at ease with Iowa Safe Company and McCunn Specialty Firearms. Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 4. McCunn Specialty Firearms, your first stop for your Second Amendment right on the corner of 148 and 92.
To speak to a representative, press 2.
Ugh, that's no way to be greeted when you're calling about an insurance claim. This is Tony with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. When you buy a policy through us for your home, auto, business, or life, we are your point of contact. We're local, so you may hear from us before you even think to call. That's the difference with Brocker Carnes & Carnes and Auto Owners Insurance. Call us for a free, competitive quote at Brocker Carnes & Carnes, representing Auto Owners Insurance.
Here on KSOM, as we are getting ready for tonight's softball game between Griswold and East Mills. It's a season opener. Jody Russell, head coach for Griswold softball here on KSOM. And Coach, how are you feeling about your team coming into tonight's opener?
I'm feeling really good about things. I think the girls have been working really hard. I think we have a lot of talent, really well-balanced team offensively and defense, and I'm excited about the season and getting things started tonight.
How has the process been, just, taking players from CAM, absorbing them with your players, and seeing the mix come together? It's been kind of probably erratic with practices, but what have you seen, just everybody coming together as one team?
Yeah, we just tried to make the best with what we could, working around everything with, golf and track and graduations and all those kind of things, just like every other softball program is the same way. We've tended to practice later during those few weeks of school going on, just so we could get the most people together as possible. I think we've still only had 3 practices where we had everyone all together. But again, we've been able to cover quite a bit. We had 7 girls at state track last weekend, so we've still been kind of limited on our game speed drills and just be able to go full throttle. But I've been really impressed with the effort the girls have been put in, the communication, and I think they're just having fun, getting to know each other and building relationships, and we're excited about it.
So coming in pitching-wise, I would imagine Allie Whaler would be your number one. She has more experience than anybody in terms of varsity experience. What do you see from Allie in the circle, and what does she bring for you as your starter?
Right. Well, I think we'll have like a pitching staff this year. I think that's one of our strengths, is that we've got some depth at pitching. So I leave, great, definitely returning them with a lot of varsity experience from last year, and that's going to be a big benefit to us. We also have Sadie Golinghorst, who has pitched for Griswold before, and then Keely Kinney, who also pitched some last year for CAM. So I think just our job as coaches is to use all of our strengths and put them together the best way, and that will be fluid here at the beginning, but I think just trying to set us up so we can take advantage of that strength we have with the depth we have there.
Yeah. And then offensively, Marissa Asklin last year, she just had a big year as a junior, hit 468 with a homer and 31 RBIs. I would imagine that's going to be one player that's going to be the leader in this offense. What do you see from her, and just, how she is going to be a centerpiece of your team this year?
Yeah, Marissa's just consistently always working hard, always has very high standards for herself, and is always just trying to be her best. But I think that obviously, as you know, it takes a team in softball to score runs, and so I think I'm just really impressed with how we've been hitting with power, kind of up and down the lineup, and obviously that we'll kind of learn more as we get into this games this week. But I think we have a lot of offensive options. We're returning 5 players who batted over 300 last season, and of course I've seen a lot of improvement, I think, day to day, just as we've gone through these first 3 weeks of practices. So I'm really excited about offensively. I think we could really score a lot of runs.
What are you pretty satisfied with how the position battles have gone? Are there any still positions that are still fighting here, and you're going to have to figure things out in the first week of the season?
Yeah, I always tell our team there's nothing ever set in stone. I think that's the best thing is to have everyone always be working to be their best every single day. But I think there's going to be some things that are a little more fluid than usual at the beginning of the season as we kind of work things out. But that our goal is to have the girls compete and continue to work hard all season long in that way.
And just overall, what do you see as some of the keys for this team to have a successful season?
Yeah, the girls kind of come up with a theme for this season, and I think it kind of covers everything pretty well. Their theme was unite and ignite. And so I guess our big emphasis has been just like coming together and having unity within our program, getting to know each other and being one team and having a team first attitude. And then ignite, kind of the girls just want to play with a lot of energy, have a lot of passion, pride, discipline, and just create a lot of energy with the games and what they bring in. So I think if we're able to do those two things well, then I think everything else will fall into place.
Well, it's always exciting, opening day, trying to get this game in before any rains come. Coach, really appreciate your time and best of luck tonight against East Mills. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll see you tonight.
Jody Rosell, head coach for Griswold softball with us here on KSOM.
The Cass Health Med Spa is a private, elegant retreat that offers aesthetic dermatology services and professional-grade skincare products. Our team provides appointments for Botox, dermal fillers, and resurfacing treatments. And we recently added esthetician services including Diamond Glow dermabrasion, facials, waxing, brow tinting, eyelash tints and lifts, and exfoliating treatments. Now open Tuesday through Thursday, the Cass Health Med Spa team is ready to help you look and feel your best. Learn more and schedule your appointments online at casshealth.org/medspa.
Hi, this is Clint Hansen with 3H Customs in Atlantic. Along with being your precision planting dealer in Southwest Iowa, we offer quality brands of products for maintenance and upgrades for your planter, sprayer, combine, and everything in between. Like Wear Parts Tillage Tools, Harvest International, Highland Parallel Arms, Headsight, and Ag Focus. We are the farm retail supply company that strives to get the most out of your operation. Give me a call at 712-249-2429. 3H Customs, where we customize your farming resources to fit your needs.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
We're back and we're ready for softball to throw out the first pitch of the season. A little chilly, a little cloudy, but we're playing softball here tonight in Griswold. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Wolverines of East Mills under head coach Alexis Westerkamp. Here's a lineup that Ailey Wallert, the starting pitcher for Griswold, will face. Leading off for the Wolverines, Trinity Williams, a third baseman and a sophomore. Brooke Jones, a shortstop, is a junior batting second. Addie Goy in center field and a senior will hit third. Chloe Brown in left field, a senior, in the cleanup spot. Alexis Jones, the starting pitcher for East Mills, and a freshman, bats fifth. Kate Ripperger is the junior. A catcher will hit sixth. Caitlin Kraus, the first baseman, a freshman, in the seventh spot. Taylor Gravett, a second baseman and junior, will hit eighth. And Brooklyn Aarons, a freshman in right field, will bat ninth. And in the circle is Ailey Waller, last year for the CAM Cougars as an eighth grader. She appeared in 22 games, started all but one of them, had an 11-10 record, a 3.08 ERA, and no saves. In 111-plus innings, Wahlert allowed 87 runs, only 47 of which were earned on an even 100 hits. She walked 50, struck out 121. She did have 10 hit batters. Opponents only batted .217 against her. So Wahlert, a freshman, the starting pitcher now for Griswold. Different shade of blue, if you will, as Griswold gets ready to start off a new era in softball. The Griswold Tigers will wear their blue jerseys with black sleeves, short sleeves and black pants. And East Mills will wear their gray jerseys with the blue sleeves, the green short sleeves and green numbers and black pants. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube at westerniowatoday.tv, you can see that for yourself. Our game is video streamed today. And make sure you like and subscribe. Our video is powered by Nistanet. And we're about ready for softball here this evening as Griswold-CAM taking on East Mills. It'll be interesting to start this season for Griswold. And again, numbers with CAM. They were the ones who seeked out Griswold, and they responded. They were looking for a partner this year. They would not have been able to field a team otherwise. So the CAM Cougars have been absorbed by Griswold at least for the next 2 seasons, and then they will go from there. We're ready to go for softball as the 2025 season is about to get underway. Waylord in the circle. Trinity Williams leads it off for the Wolverines. And the first pitch of the season is a riser and a swing and a miss for strike one. First pitch tonight is at 5:32 p.m. No stats on Williams. She did not play varsity last season for East Mills. 0-1 from Waylord. And the pitch is a swing and a miss for strike two. She rose on the first pitch and now went outside, and Williams could not catch up. And Waylord quickly ahead for Griswold at no balls and two strikes. And she toes the rubber, and the 0-2 pitch a little bit high and inside for ball one. 1-2 the count to Williams, the sophomore and the third baseman for the Wolverines this season. Waylord looks over to the dugout. And they call out the pitch. She looks at her wristband, checks it all, the 1-2. Swing and a slow ground ball hit on the left side, scooped up by Asklin, throws to first in time to get Williams. Checked it. It was Kinney at third who made that play, and Williams is retired, and there's one away here in the top of the first inning. Defensively behind Waylord, it's Reynolds in left field. Addison Adams is in center. Carson Adams gets the start in right field for Griswold. Jones steps in now for East Mills against Waylord. And the first offering is a fastball just missing outside for ball one. On the infield for Griswold, Kinney at third base making that last play. Asklund is a shortstop. Abby Gollenhorst, the second baseman. Daphne Waylord at first base. Courtney Folman is the catcher. And there's a strike at the knees by Waylord, and it's even now at 1-1. Jones last year, the leading hitter for East Mills, batting .333 with 4 runs batted in. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that hit her right in the elbow. Way too inside, and Jones looks like she has some sort of protective gear right there on that elbow. It hurt you heard a hard smack. And I was thinking, that didn't hit bone, did it? No, it hit her protective gear. As I said, 10 hit by pitch for Waylord a year ago, and she has plunked her first one of the season. And a runner on first for East Mills will bring on Addie Goy, who is way up in the batter's box on the right side. She bunts it foul. Or do they say that's a pass ball? I thought I heard a bat. The ruling, I guess, taking second base is Jones. They're going to rule a pass ball on that one. But I swore I thought I heard a little clink of the bat, which means that it would have been a foul ball, but that's not the case. Jones is going to take second. And it's ruled a ball. The 1-0, and there's a swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1 to Goy, who last year was just 1 of 39 on the season for the Wolverines. Hit an .026 clip with a couple of RBIs. So weird first pitch to Goy. She squared to bunt, and I thought I heard a little ping of the bat, which would have made it a foul ball. But instead, the Wolverines have a runner at second with 1 out here on the top of the first. And the 1-1 pitch. And that definitely didn't hit a bat, but it's ruled a strike. And then it comes off the mid of Folman and squirts to the backstop. And taking third on that wild pitch will be Jones. So a pass ball, back-to-back pass balls. A runner at third base, but it's ruled a strike. And it's 1-2 now to Goy. No score, just getting started here in the top of the first inning. Griswold hosting East Mills. And now the 1-2 offering. Way low, but a good stop by Folman. You got a runner at third, and now you got to be on your toes if you're the catcher. And the count is even now to Goy, the third hitter in this inning. 1 out, top of the first, runner at third. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Waylord able to get out of that one. And there's 2 gone here on the opening frame, and that'll bring on the cleanup hitter for East Mills, Chloe Brown. So hit by pitch, 2 pass balls, a runner at third, but Waylord not out of this just yet. And the first pitch, a riser, that's off the mid of Fulman. Here comes the runner, Jones, and the ball is thrown away. And East Mills leads it 1-0. That ball hit right on the top of the mitt. She actually squeezed it almost too soon, and it hit the mitt. With it, it was closed. The mitt was actually closed, and the ball just hit the outside of the mitt and squirted away. 1-0 pitch now to Jones, and she's able to get a piece of it, and it bounced foul right past the on-deck circle. We're not that far, separated by a chain-link fence from the on-deck circle on the first base side, and it's even now to Brown at 1-1. So the bases are now empty. 2 outs. The 1-1, a riser is way high to Brown. 2 balls at a strike. Chloe Brown hitting .205 a year ago. She did have a home run and 8 RBIs. Whaler just trying to end the inning right here with just only 1 in. The 2-1, that's just below the knees. No, it's ruled a strike. Late call by the man in blue, but a strike called, and it's even out of Brown at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whaler, that was a good pitch. Right on the edge of the zone on the bottom part. She just found that black. Now the 2-2 pitch way up high, and Fulman has to stand up to snare it. So the count is full to Chloe Brown. 1-0 East Mills with the early lead here without a hit. And now the payoff pitch from Whaler. Swing, and she got it off the fists and fouled it away again right by the on-deck circle, and Alexis Jones must think she's a target or something. East Mills dugout not that far away from us. They are shouting their encouragement. Whaler has not given up a hit, but a run allowed. And again now the payoff pitch. And low, ball 4. So the inning continues. A hit batter, a walk. Pass balls from Fulman, which do not count as errors. And here's Alexis Jones, the starting pitcher for East Mills, who can help her own cause right here. There is a big gap in left center field, and the first pitch is just inside for ball 1. Jones leans out of the way. Jones only had 1 at-bat a year ago. 1 official at-bat. Whaler behind, and on the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike call to the outside corner. And it's even now to Alexis Jones at 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown the runner at first for East Mills. They have tacked on a run early on against Allie Whaler and Griswold. The 1-1 pitch, and that one's a bit high by Whaler. And she looks a little frustrated right now. 2 balls and a strike. They're probably laboring a little bit longer than what she thought here in the opening frame. Now the 2-1, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. The runner goes, and the throw is not in time. Excuse me. 2-2 now the count to Jones. Runner at second base now for Alexis Jones. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Boy, that one was way up high. And Jones tried to climb the ladder and could not. And Whaler gets out of the inning. But for East Mills, 1 run, no hits, a walk, a hit batter, 3 pass balls, and 1 left through a half inning. It's East Mills 1, and Griswold coming to bat. Back in a minute here on KSOM.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
The bottom of the first, the starting pitcher for the Wolverines is Alexis Jones, and here's the starting lineup she will face as turned in by Griswold head coach Jody Russell. Marissa Asklund, a senior, will lead it off and play shortstop. Abby Gollenhorst is the second baseman, senior, batting second. Keely Kinney, a freshman at third base, will hit third. Addison Adams, the senior, in center field in the cleanup spot. Courtney Fullman, a sophomore catcher, in the fifth spot. Ailey Waller, the starting pitcher and a freshman, will bat sixth. Joanna Reynolds, senior left fielder, will be in the seventh position. Daphne Waller, junior first baseman, will hit eighth. And Carson Adams, sophomore in right field, bats ninth. First pitch to Asklund. She skies it to shallow center field. Goy comes on and cannot make the play. And Asklund is aboard on the first pitch. So Asklund pops it high, but it was in no man's land behind the second base bag, and the leadoff batter is aboard. And the first pitch to Gollenhorst is a called strike. 0-1. Asklund hitting .468 on the year. Gollenhorst, or from a year ago. Gollenhorst last year at .316 with 9 RBIs. So Asklund at first, Gollenhorst the batter, and the 0-1. Here's a bunt, and it's foul on the third base side by Gollenhorst. And it's quickly 0-2. Defensively behind Alexis Jones, Chloe Brown in left field, Addie Goy in center. Brooklyn Aarons is in right field for the Wolverines. Trinity Williams, the third baseman. Brooke Jones at short. Taylor Gravitt at second base. Caitlin Krause over at first. Kate Rippiker is the catcher. And a swing and a ground ball right down the line past Williams into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Asklund thought about going to third, but she'll hold at second. And it's back-to-back hits for the Tigers to lead off the first. And that'll bring on Keely Kinney. So a good start for Griswold. They trail 1-0, but they got back-to-back hits to start this bottom of the first inning off Jones. First pitch to Kinney, and it's in the dirt. Gets all the way back to the screen, and the runners will move up. Asklund to third, Gollenhorst to second. That's a wild pitch as it scooted away from Rippiger. And it's quickly 1 ball, no strikes to Kinney, a .386 hitter. That one just misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Kinney also had a home run, 14 runs batted in for Cam last year. She could be used pitching-wise this year. There's a strike down the middle, a little change of pace from Jones. Looked like Kinney was kind of taking all the way there. 2 balls and a strike. She's just trying to settle in. First action of the season. First base open here. Nobody out. And Kinney takes that one just a tad low. 3 balls and 1 strike. There's one thing for sure is that Jones works quickly. Runners at second and third, and the hitters count for Kinney. 3-1 and a changeup is low ball 4, and they are now loaded. So not a good start for East Mills. 3 batters, 3 on base, and here's Addison Adams. This one of the seniors on this Griswold softball team, and she just got through finishing with track, as did Asklund as well. First pitch is inside as Adams slides out of the way of ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Adams, who hit .301 with a homer and 25 runs batted in a year ago. Bases full of Tigers. The 1-0 way out in front of it, and a changeup. It just popped out of the mid. It was thrown so slowly, Rippiker couldn't hold on to it. Way out in front of it was Adams. What a pitch by Alexis Jones. That pitch had everybody frozen. Now the 1-1. Swing and a ground ball foul on the third base side, and it's now 1-2. Just a little bit out in front of it is Adams. One of the things when you're a hitter in the first game of the season is your timing is still going to be off just a little bit. You want to get that timing down, and when you got a pitcher out there that's throwing slow, slower, and slowest, infield is all the way in here. The 1-2 way inside for ball 2. Already in this game, with Griswold trailing 1-0, East Mills does not want to give up the big inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing, a ground ball foul past the foot of Russell in the third base coaching box. She had a smile on her face. She couldn't stop it, but she's okay with it. 2-2 is the count to Addison Adams. A single by Asklin on a pop just beyond the second base bag in the right place. Gollenhorst able to get an infield hit. Now the 2-2. That is sky deep right down the left field line, but foul. Boy, she crushed that ball. And it just skirted foul. If you use the light pole and the foul pole as goalposts, that's 3 points. It's a field goal or an extra point, whatever you want to look at it. Either way, it's 2-2 to Adams. Swing and a line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Asklin scores. Right behind her is Gollenhorst. The throw is cut off, and a 2-run base hit for Addison Adams. And Griswold takes a 2-1 lead. Right down the line. She had been trying to go. She went deep down the line for a foul. She had hit a couple of grounders that were foul, and she hit that one, a line shot in the left. And here's Follman now with the runners at first and second. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Kinney on the drive, stopped at second. Adams on at first. There's still nobody out here in this first inning. The 0-1 now to Follman. Way up high, good eye by Courtney Follman, who's up by her eyes, above her eyes, and it's 1-1. Follman, the catcher, hitting .322, has a homer and 8 RBIs from a year ago. The 1-1 from Jones. That one's low, and it squirts away. And another wild pitch that Rippiger could not handle. So Kinney moves down to third, and Addison Adams to second. 2 in scoring position, and it's 2-1 to Follman. And that one bounces way in front of the plate and actually hit her. And that means the runners cannot score. So that's actually a break for East Mills. It bounced in the dirt and actually hit her. And so now we're going to have a courtesy runner for Follman. And they're going to bring on Amanda Hauser is now going to run for Follman. So the bases are loaded yet again, and that's going to bring a visit to the mound from head coach Alexis Westerkamp. So Jones is not yet recorded an out, and Griswold already on top 2-1, and Ailey Wallert is the sixth batter of the inning for Griswold. Ailey gave up just that one run in the top of the first inning, but did not allow a base hit. And now the first pitch, a fastball way inside for ball 1. Wallert last year as an 8th grader hit .250, but had a couple of home runs and 21 runs driven in for Cam. And now the 1-0 from Jones. Try to go inside again and again missed. And it's now 2-0. Wallert from the right side, and Jones is just looking for a way to get an out. The 2-0, and that's swatted right down the line, foul, and jumping out of the way was Kinney. That's why you want to stay in foul ground when you take a lead. If you're in fair territory and that ball hits you, you're out. So when you're down the lines at first, or especially at third base, you want to take your lead in foul territory. 2-1 now to Whalert. And that one just missed inside. Jones had tried that inside corner. That time, she got a little bit closer each time, but she's fallen behind. Now the 3-1 pitch. Strike called at the knees. Good pitch, froze Wahlert there, and the count is full. Wahlert from the right side. Bases are loaded, nobody outs. And now the 3-2 pitch. Change up, it's outside, ball 4, and a run comes in, and the Tigers lead it 3-1.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize she got hit. I'm sorry.
So it'll be an RBI for Wahlert. A walk. The ball actually slipped away, but with ball 4, that will be an RBI for Wahlert. We have a courtesy runner for Wahlert as Bristol Wyman, a sophomore, will come in and run. So Hauser is at second, Wyman at first. Courtesy runners there, and Addison Adams over at third base now. And the first pitch to Joanna Reynolds is a soft changeup low for ball 1. Reynolds last year at 212 with 19 RBIs, and again, bases full of Tigers. The 1-0, there's a fastball, and that one's low and away. 2 balls and no strikes now to Reynolds. And Alexis Jones just having problems finding the strike zone, and then you fall behind. Then you got to throw one in the zone, and she doesn't want to get pounced, and that one is low as well. 3 balls and no strikes, so Jones, a hit by pitch and now walk, and they're back-to-back at bats. And now 3-0 to Reynolds. There's the strike taken right down the middle, and it's 3-1 now. So East Mills able to tack on one in the top of the first, but Griswold single to start this inning. And they not let up. And there's another strike from Jones, and the count is now full. Reynolds, the 7th batter of this inning. And Griswold has a 3 spot on the board. Now the payoff pitch. That's in the dirt, ball 4. Good stop by Ripperger, but another bases loaded walk. And it's now 4-1 Griswold. So Hauser down to third, Wyman to second. Reynolds now aboard. There's still nobody out. And Daphne Wahlert is the batter. And the first pitch, they hit her again. And that'll bring in another run. And it's 5-1. So Alexis Jones, confidence now has got to be, rattled somewhat. I would be rattled. I don't know about you. And right now, there's already been a visit to the mound, and Kate Ripperger, the catcher, is out to try and give Alexis a little pep talk here. It's been a tough last 4 batters. Adams ripped that single into left field to score a couple of runs, and that has been the hardest hit ball of the inning. But since then, we've had 2 hit batters and 2 walks for Griswold. And Carson Adams steps in, and that one squirts away back to the screen, and another run comes in. This time Wyman scores. And make it 6-1 Griswold. That's the 3rd wild pitch of the inning. Reynolds is all the way down to third base. And that one skits away, and Reynolds will score again. And the ball's thrown away on the infield. Was backing up at first base was Kraus, and another run comes in. And it's 7-1 Griswold. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Carson Adams. And that one hit her in the foot. She tried to get on the low part of the zone with that pitch, did Jones, but it hit Carson Adams straight on in the foot. And that is the 3rd hit batter of the inning for Jones. So it's been a rough go here for Alexis Jones. And now Marissa Asklund, who started this off with a pop single, will step in. And there's still nobody out here in this first inning. And the first pitch, and that's off the fence, and that's in the left field. That's going to be a base hit. Brown came on to try and make the catch, and then she overran it. That'll bring in 1. That'll bring in 2. And Asklund in a second with a 2-run double. And it's 9-1, Griswold with the lead. She hit it off her fist, and she's so strong that she powered it right into left field. And then Brown kind of ran on that ball, thought she could make a play on it, and didn't. And when she let it get by her, that allowed all the runs to come in. There's a strike call to Abby Gollenhorst. And it's 0-1 to Abby, who followed Askland's single with one of her own. The 0-1, and that's chopped foul in the batter's box for strike 2. And for Jones, that's got to give her some sort of relief that she's gotten ahead of a hitter here. She just has to find a way to get her control and forget about what's happened. There's a check swing. The ball squirts away. All the way down to third goes Askland. It's going to be ruled just a ball 1. 1-2 now to Abby Gollenhorst. There's still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. 9 runs in for Griswold. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing, a ground ball to third. Scooped up by Williams. Throw to first in time to get Gollenhorst. Askland stays at third, and there's one away. Good play by Williams to look Askland back to the bag and make a good throw to retire Gollenhorst. One out now for Keely Kinney. And she hit that ball hard, too. And way out in front of it was Kinney, a swing and a miss for strike 1. After Gollenhorst got that single, Kinney then walked. That loaded the bases, and then Addison Adams brought in a couple of runs. That's way upstairs, but a good snap by Ripperger. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kinney. At this point, you're just rooting for Alexis Jones to try and get her control and start some semblance of getting out of this inning. The 1-1, that's a pop-up. Coming in at short is Jones, and she makes the catch. Brooke Jones. And there's 2 out here in the first. So after the double by Askland, Alexis Jones has actually kind of settled down a little bit and pitched at least strikes. Sometimes you got to throw strikes and make them hit it. And here's Addison Adams with, again, a runner at third. First pitch, and that is low, almost squirted away, but Ripperger able to corral it. Didn't go far away from the plate. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Adams hit one solidly into left field for a 2-run base hit. She nearly cleaned them all off with a grand slam that was just foul. Swing, there's a drive, hit deep down the line and left, but that's a foul ball. It kind of just ended up in medium range left field. And it's 1-1 now to Adams, who is the 13th batter of this inning. Griswold has batted around here in this opening frame after giving up 1 in the top of the first. They have put up a 9 spot so far. The 1-1. There's a changeup that just floats outside. Not a bad pitch. That seems to be her best pitch. She just doesn't throw it as often. 2-1 the count now to Adams. 301 hitter a year ago for Griswold. Swing a hard ground ball to third. Williams fields it cleanly, goes to first in time, and that will retire the side. But Griswold sends 13 to the plate. They scored 9 runs on a total of 4 hits. There were 3 at batters and 1 left. We played 1 inning here in Griswold, 9-1. Tigers have the lead. We're back in a minute here on KSOM.
Peace of mind isn't easy to have these days, unless you shop at McCunn Specialty Firearms. McCunn Specialty Firearms has teamed up with Iowa Safe Company to bring you a full showroom of their top-notch safes. Keep legal documents, family valuables, cash, and firearms safe from children, intruders, and fire. Put your mind at ease with Iowa Safe Company and McCunn Specialty Firearms. Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 4. McCunn Specialty Firearms, your first stop for your Second Amendment right, on the corner of 148 and 92.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Sports. Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Back here at Griswold High School on a cloudy evening, chilly evening as well. Chris Varney along with you, Jack McKee alongside. Our video tonight powered by Nishtanet. Technically awesome. 9 runs for Griswold on the bottom of the ninth, bottom of the first inning, I should say. We're not going to go 9, I don't think, tonight. 9-1, Griswold with a lead. Kate Ripperger will lead things off for East Mills. And she takes a strike, nothing in 1. So Whaler did not allow a hit in the opening frame, but did allow a run, a hit batter. Then 3 straight pass balls allowed Brooke Jones to score. That one a fastball. Whaler throws hard. That one just inside, 1-1 to Ripperger. Last year she hit .094 with 4 RBIs on the season for the Wolverines. 2 seniors in their starting lineup for East Mills this year. There's a strike right down the pike, and it's 1-2 down to Ripperger. They're a young team. They're still developing talent, trying to turn things around after a 2-win season a year ago. And a tough order for them to start here against a loaded CAM team, Griswold team. That one's fisted foul, back out of play, and it's 1-2. I believe the new rankings came out earlier today, and Griswold not in that ranking, but I think by the end, towards the end of the season, you might see this team sneak in there. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Whaler blows it right by her for a 3rd strikeout, and there's 1 away here in the 2nd. That'll bring on Caitlin Krause. 9 runs in Griswold's first inning, highlighted by the 2-run double by Mariska Asklund and the 2-run base hit by Addison Adams. Whaler looks at her wristband for the pitch count. The pitch call, the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Krause last year at 188 with a couple of RBIs on the season. 9-1, Griswold with the lead, and the 0-1. And that one's too low. 1 ball and 1 strike. You could just tell the difference, though, between the 2 pitchers. You know, Whaler just snaps the mitt when she throws. She throws hard, and she's trying to get it around the strike zone. Alexis Jones still learning the craft. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-2 now to Krause. It takes time. Pitchers have to work, I think, a lot more than other players do. I talked to one high school pitcher a number of years ago, and she said she had to work double hard. That one is just a little blooper that popped right over the dugout of the first base side. 1-2 still to Krause. The pitcher's name I was talking to is a gal by the name of Ashlyn Ellenbecker. She played for South Tama, which is the other side of the state. The 1-2 pitch is way up high. It's even now at 2-2. And she said that when she was young, and a lot of girls go through this, when you're in middle school or when you're starting in softball, the coaches will look for volunteers. The 2-2 pitch is chopped foul, and we stay at 2-2. And the coach will look for volunteers. Say, who wants to pitch? Who wants to learn how to pitch? And this gal was the only one who stood up, and she put in more work than everybody else. And the coach warned all the players, like, if you want to pitch, you're going to have to put in a lot more work. You got to learn your craft. The 2-2 is way high to Krause. Count is full now. 9-1, Griswold with the lead. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 2nd. And the payout pitch now to Krause. Strike 3 called. Good frame by Fulman. She held it for as long as she could there. And she actually caught it Willie Mays style. She caught it with the palm of the mid up. So she caught it in a weird manner, but it's ruled strike 3. Whaler has now struck out 3 in a row in 4 of her last 5. 2 away for Taylor Gravitt. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Grab it 0 for 3 a year ago for East Mills. So if you want to be a pitcher, it takes a commitment. It takes time to learn everything. The 0-1, a swing and a miss for strike two. Grab the number 8 hitter in East Mills lineup. They still haven't finished everything out. East Mills had 13 batters at the plate in the first inning. Waylard here, one pitch away from striking out the side. And she tried to get her to climb the ladder. She would not. Way high. 1 and 2 to grab it. Waylard has not allowed a base hit so far. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike three, and Waylard strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still Griswold 9, East Mills 1. Back in a minute on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
IowaToday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Bottom of the second we go. 9-1, Griswold with a lead. Courtney Foreman will lead things off. First pitch from Alexis Jones is way up high for ball one. 9 runs on 4 hits for Griswold in that opening frame. 3 hit batters by Jones. And that one floats outside and high as well. 2 balls and 0 strikes to Foreman, who was one of those players hit by a pitch, the first one. Jones also had 3 walks in that opening frame as she struggled to find her control. The 2-0 and again floats way outside. 3 balls and 0 strikes. She has the potential to throw that changeup. She's shown it. She's frozen a couple of hitters at times, but she hasn't been able to get there consistently. The 3-0, that's a strike on the outside corner. Foreman thought it was ball 4. 3-1 to count to Foreman. Foreman was then run 4. She's the catcher. That one way up high, ball 4. So, the 4th walk allowed by Jones. We're going to see a courtesy runner, and I imagine it'll be Hauser again that will come in and run for Foreman. And that's exactly what it'll be. And Ailey Waylard now will bat for Griswold. It would have been a little bit different situation, I think, if Cam hadn't brought their numbers to Griswold. First pitch is in the dirt, running was Hauser, and it actually bounced off the dirt and hit Waylard. So there is the 4th hit batter of the ball game. Runners at first and second now, nobody out, and the batter will be Joanna Reynolds. We'll see a runner for Waylard, and that'll be Bristol Wyman. So Reynolds will stand in. She got a bases loaded walk. The key area that Griswold would have been looking for depth in would be pitching. They do have Sadie Gollenhorst, would have been probably been the starter. That one's low for ball 1. Popped out of the mid of Rippiger. The runners move up. It'll be stolen bases. They'll count that double steal. So runners at second and third. Nobody out. 1 ball and 0 strikes to Reynolds. The pitch from Jones. Swing and a high fly ball into left field. Coming in and backing up is Brown. She makes the catch. Tagging is Hauser, and she will score. Good play by Brown, who at one point was kind of circling the wagons out there, but she made the play. There was no chance to get Hauser at home. So the sacrifice fly, Reynolds has her 2nd RBI. One away for Daphne Waylard. First pitch, Waylard. She hits one to left. Brown gonna have another chance. She makes that play and brings it in for out number 2. Back-to-back catches by Brown in left. And this time, Wyman has to stay at second base. So 2 away for Carson Adams. Brown's confidence gets a little bit stronger out there in left field after she made 2 catches in a row. First pitch now to Adams, and there's a strikeout to the East, 0-1. I almost wish East Mills would get out of this inning with no more damage done. I mean, it's been a struggle. It's 10-1. There was a walk and a hit batter to start the inning. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt, and it's 0-2 to Adams. Jones has had such a struggle in his ball game. And really, Reynolds and Waylard hit 2 good balls to left field, but right at Brown. Wyman the runner at second. There's 2 outs, and that one's in the dirt. This time it didn't take a weird bounce and hit the batter like a couple of them had. 1-2 now to Adams. Jones has just not had any luck, too. When balls have gone in the dirt, if they do hit the batter, that still counts as a hit by pitch. The 1-2, that's popped up and back and out of play. A very small screen backstop here at Griswold, so balls can easily go over there. 1-2, still the count to Carson Adams, the 9-hitter for Griswold. They lead it 10-1. Runner at second with 2 outs. And the 1-2 is high and outside, and we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. At least there's not much wind to speak of. If there was wind here tonight, I think we'd all be miserable. Deuces are wild now for Carson Adams. Way up high, ball 3. And the count is full. Carson, one of many players on this Griswold team that just got through with the track season. She was at the state track meet and came away with a medal. 3-2 pitch, and that's popped up to short. Calling for it is Brooke Jones, and she has it for out number 3. Griswold, 1 run, no hits, a walk, a hit batter, and 1 left through 2 complete. It's Griswold 10, East Mills 1. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Peace of mind isn't easy.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy? What? How do you figure? Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
10-1 Griswold with the lead. We go to the 3rd. Chris Varney along with you, Jack McKee alongside. You're on KSOM, Audubon, and Atlantic. And Brooklyn Aaron's the only player that is not allowed to hit so far. The 9-hitter will lead things off for East Mills. And she looks to bunt. And she commits for strike 1. Haley Waylard has struck out 4 in a row. She struck out the side in the second. Aaron's from the right side, tall, slender hitter. And a check swing strike, and it's 0-2. No stats on Aaron's. She did not play varsity a year ago. And after Aaron's, it'll be Williams and Jones, the top of the lineup for the Wolverines. The 0-2 and a swing and a miss for strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Waylard, including 5 in a row. She has struck out 6 of her last 7 batters she has faced. Only one batter has been able to make contact in fair territory so far, and that's Trinity Williams, and she did that leading off the game with a grounder to third. First pitch, she looks to bunt and takes it back. The ball squirts away, nobody on base. 1 ball, no strikes to Williams. The East Mills Wolverines able to get a run in the first inning. Jones on deck. She was hit by a pitch, and then 3 pass balls later was able to score. And the Wolverines actually led 1-0. The 1-0, she looks to bunt there and commits. And strike 1 to Williams. Eddie Whaler looking really good after that at bat against Jones. Was able to settle down, strike out Goy, then got a walk. And she's been unhittable since then. The 1-1 pitch is outside. She's had plenty of run support with 9 scored by the Tigers on the opening frame. 2 balls and a strike to count to Trinity Williams, the top of the order. Pitch, and she pops that one up to second. Kind of a 3/4 swing. Gollenhorst is there to make the play for out number 2. Needed a little bit more on that. If she had swung through it, maybe a chance to get into shallow right. Gollenhorst really didn't have to move all that much. She made decent contact, but needed a little bit more oomph into it. Might have thumped it into right the other way, but 2 away now for Jones. And the first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. And Whaler let one get away from her against Brooke Jones. She was able to get to first base and then moved along the base pass on mistakes by Fulman. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. And that almost hit me. That went right behind my back. It deflected off the screen. There's, like you said, it's not very high, and almost hit the broadcaster. I blinked, I admit it. And that one hits Jones again. This time it hit her right on the knee. The first time she got her on her elbow. This one just outside the knee. I don't know, maybe Whaler doesn't like Jones or something like that, but 2 hit by pitches for Brooke Jones. 2 out base runner for East Mills. Will bring on Addie Goy, who bats from the left side and up in the box. She was way up in the box the first time around. She's moved back a step or 2. Looks to bunt. The runner goes. It's a strike. The throw out to second is not in time. It'll be a stolen base for Brooke Jones. And the count is 0 and run to Addie Goy. Right now, Whaler cannot worry about Brooke Jones on the base pass at all. She's got to focus on the hitter, leading 10-1 with 2 outs. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That time she just reared back and says, enough of this. I'm just going to throw it right by you. See if you can make contact. And Whaler now ahead of 0 balls and 2 strikes. And will she waste one here? It's high and inside, almost hit her. Goy has to jump out of the way of ball 1. Goy, I think, was thinking that was going to be a heater somewhere in, but Waller wasted high and inside. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing a little liner. That is into shallow center field. That's for a base hit. Jones running on contact will score. It's an RBI single for Addie Goy, and it's 10-2. First hit of the game for East Mills. Addie Goy only had 1 hit all of last year. Gets a base knock that just got into shallow center past Gollenhorst, who had a long way to go from second to get to that ball. And now here's Chloe Brown. First pitch is high, Goy runs. The throw is way too high, but Gollenhorst backing up prevented it from going in the outfield. And Goy has a stolen base. 1 ball and no strikes now to Brown. So there goes the no-hitter for Whaler, but only 1 hit allowed. 10-2, Griswold with the lead. Now the 1-0. And that one's low below the knees. Good stop by Fulman. That keeps Goy at second. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Chloe Brown. She walked in that first inning, would steal second, but that's as far as she got after Whaler got a strikeout to end the frame. Now the 2-0. There's a strike call. She got that one centered. She'd missed her spots the last few pitches or so, but she got that one centered. 2-1 the count now to Brown. Trying to keep things going for the Wolverines. That one way too low and inside, but a good stab by Folman. And the hitters count now for the cleanup man for East Mills, Chloe Brown. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brown for East Mills. Goy, the runner at second. And the pitch is high and outside, ball 4. So the inning continues. Little 2-out lightning here for the Wolverines. Bring on Alexis Jones, who can help her own cause right here. She struck out to end the first inning against Ailey Whaler. Whaler checks her wristband, has the pitch she wants. First pitch, a squibber, foul right up the first baseline. Folman was ready to pounce if that ball had been fair. 0-1 the count to Jones. Goy at second, Brown at first. 1 run in for East Mills. 10-2 the score for Griswold. Swing and foul back to the screen. And now Whaler is ahead 0-2. If she could get the out here, if Whaler could get the out here, then Griswold would need 4 runs in the bottom of the third inning to end the game on the 12-run rule. No, they would be the 15-run rule. I'm sorry. They need to be 15. The 0-2 pitch, and that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Whaler gets her 7th strikeout to end the inning. But East Mills gets 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, a hit by pitch, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 10-2 Griswold here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
10-2, Griswold with the lead. We go to the bottom of the third here on KSOM. Nearing 6:30. We started at 5:30 here tonight. And the rains have stayed away. Cross our fingers so far. First pitch now to Marissa Asklin is low and squirts away for ball 1. Asklin, a single to start the bottom of the first inning on a looper that ended up behind the second base bag, kind of in Bermuda's Triangle. Later scored a run, and then she doubled to left. Her last time up, that scored 2 runs, and it's 2 for 2 for Asklin. She takes 1 in the dirt for ball 2. Third straight inning she is hit, and that plunked her in the back. So hit by pitch, again for Jones. That'd be her 5th of the game. And a leadoff batter aboard for the Tigers will bring on Abby Gollenhorst. So Asklin still 2 for 2, perfect on the night. She's a dangerous hitter, and she is going to have some impressive numbers by the time this season is over with. Gollenhorst steps in. Asklin runs. The pitch is in the dirt, gets away. Asklin only checked the pitch after she got to second base. I don't think she would have had a chance to get it to third, but it will be a stolen base because she took off running. 1 ball and no strikes to Gollenhorst, who's 1 for 2. That one's in the dirt. That gets away, and Asklund will gladly take third on that wild pitch. So Jones, again, struggling with her control here in the third. She got things together at the late part of the first inning. She pitched pretty decently in the second after a leadoff walk, but now in more trouble here in the third inning. 2-0 now to Gollenhorst. And that's in the dirt again, but this time stopped, deflected at least by Rippiger. Starting to get a workout back there. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to Gollenhorst. 9 runs for Griswold in the opening frame. And it took 10 batters before Jones finally got an out. That one's outside, a 4-pitch walk. That is the 5th bases on balls allowed by Alexis Jones. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Keely Kinney. Coming over from Cam, a walk, and is also popped to short. She's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Runner at first goes. The pitch is low. They throw to second. Asklund will stay at third. It'll be a stolen base for Gollenhorst. 1 ball and no strikes now to Kinney. She's got some pop in her bat. She hit a home run a year ago, hit 386 for the Cougars. The 1-0 pitch, and that one's a bit high. And again, Jones just cannot get the pitch down. If she gets it down, it's in the dirt. If it's high, it's ball. She's just not getting her spots right now. The 2-0. There's a strike called right at the knees. That was her best pitch so far. 2-1 now to Kinney. Second and third for Griswold. And an 8-run lead here on the bottom of the third. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken for a called strike. That was even better than the other pitch. Finally, she's getting, she was getting in the dirt before those last 2 pitches. That's where she needs to be. Way out in front of it is Gollenhorst, but the ball gets away. It's strike 3, but Asklund scores on the wild pitch. Kinney's going to go down to second. The ball thrown there, threatening to score is Gollenhorst. She'll stay at third. It's 11-2 Griswold. A strikeout and a wild pitch. It's actually the first strikeout of the game for Jones, but not much luck. The ball squirted away, and Kinney was able to take all the way to second. Gollenhorst now with third. Still nobody out, and here's Addison Adams. And the first pitch is a swing, and did she get a piece of that? Either way, it's a strike. 0-1 to Adams. It was 1 for 2. Got a 2-run base hit into left in the first inning. Later scored and is also grounded to third. The 0-1, and that one's low, nearly squirts away, but Rippiger able to keep the runner at third base. And it's 1-1 now to Addison Adams. She earned a 5th place medal at the state track and field meet in the 100 hurdles. The 1-1, that's in the dirt. Boy, running down the line was Gollenhorst. She thought that was going to get away. She thought she had an easy run, but a good job by Rippiger to stop it. 2-1 now to Addison Adams. That one is in there for a called strike. The upper side of the zone, and Jones found it. And the count is even to Adams at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 11-2, Griswold with the lead. With 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the third. Now the 2-2. Swing and a high pop-up. Headed towards left center field. It's in there for a base hit. Gollenhorst will score. Kinney has to stay at second. She was not sure if that was going to be caught or not, so she could not go anywhere. Gollenhorst waited to see if anybody would catch it, and she was able to score, but once that ball hit the dirt, there was no chance for Kinney to advance. And it's And that'll bring on Courtney Follman. And that ball gets away. Kinney moves down to third. Well, I'm not sure what the rule is there, but they've ruled Kinney out at third. All they're saying that Kinney left early. Kinney left early before the pitch, so that's ruled it out. That one is in the dirt to Follman. Down to second goes Adams. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes now to Courtney Follman. Should be 12-2, I believe, is the score. Here's a high fly ball hit into left field. Brown will get underneath that and make the catch for out number 2. So Follman is retired, and that'll bring on Ailey Whaler. I think the score is saying 13-2, but I believe it's just 12-2, the score. And that first pitch is low for ball 1. Whaler does not have an at-bat yet. She is a walk and a hit by pitch. She does have an RBI. That one's in the dirt, gets all the way back to the screen, and down to third goes Adams.
Hey, you still got to cover. Let's go.
But Jones is 1 out away from getting out of this inning for East Mills. Griswold with a 12-2 lead. And now the 2-0 pitch to Whaler. That's high and outside, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Griswold only with the 1 hit here in this third innings. That was by Adams. A hit by pitch, a walk, a strikeout wild pitch, and another walk as Whaler takes that one outside. So Whaler has walked twice, been hit once. Now they'll bring in the courtesy runner, Wyman, for her. Runners on the corners, and here's Joanna Reynolds. Reynolds has walked with the bases loaded and has also gotten a sacrifice fly, so she does not have an at-bat, and 2 RBIs. Runner at first goes, the pitch is low. They will throw down to second, but the shortstop Jones cuts it off, hoping to maybe make a play at home on it. But Adams doesn't want to go anywhere. She stays put. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Joanna Reynolds. Swing, and there's a drive into left field. Brown gets there to fill the gap, sticks her mid up and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. For Griswold, they scored 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 left aboard. We played 3 innings. Griswold 12, East Mills 2. Back in a minute on KSOM.
How much they are paying you back, and how much they are investing in our local communities. Please call us at 778-2121 for any details or questions you may have.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Experienced instructors will unlock your passion for learning, and the small class sizes at Iowa Western will put you on the path to success. Start working towards your dream by earning a degree from Iowa Western Community College today. Call 712-243-5527 to find out more.
All right, back here at KSOM. Chris Varney along with you. I think Jody Rossell is running down to the press box to correct the score. I believe it's 12-2. The first pitch is in there for a called strike to Kate Rippiger. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for East Mills here at the top of the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And Whalert is ahead 0-2. The scoreboard says 13-2, but I have it 12-2 because the first 2 batters, of course, reached for Griswold, Askelin, and Gollenhorst, but Kinney never scored. The 0-2 is way high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rippiger struck out her first time up. This is the part of the order that Whalert simply dominated. She struck out at 1.5 in a row. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and pop up. First base side, foul ground. Daphne Whalert is over there and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away now for Caitlin Kraus. So with the 10-run rules coming into factor, the score is important, but right now they're showing 13-2 on the scoreboard. And so I have 12-2. First pitch is swing and a miss for strike 1. Kraus struck out her first time up. And the 0-1 from Whalert. There's a strike at the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Unless I missed a run, but I don't think I did. The 0-2 pitch, swing and foul back to the screen, and it stays 0-2 to Kraus. Either way, Griswold in full command of this ball game. The 0-2 pitch now to Kraus. And that hit her in the foot. Right in the front foot. She limps a little bit. I guess the score is correct. It's 12-2. Thank you. It is 12-2, so the scoreboard is incorrect. 12-2 the score. I was keeping track of the batters. I was keeping track of the runners. Either way, a hit by pitch there to Kraus. A dominating lead here for Griswold. Kraus is aboard with 1 out. East Mills needs to find a way to somehow generate some base runners and put some pressure on Whalert. Here's Taylor Gravitt, now the batter. She squares and bunts it, pops it up back, hits the screen, foul for strike 1.
No dipping, let's go.
Gravitt struck out her last time up.
Here you go, Kate.
So Kraus aboard. Whalert is only allowed 1 hit. She has 3 hit by pitches in the game and a walk. And has struck out 6 so far. The 0-1 now to the 8-hitter, Gravitt. Way up high for ball 1. Folman comes out of her stance, ready to pounce on a throw. Kraus has to scamper back to first. It's even now to Gravitt at 1 ball, 1 strike. She checks the sign down at head coach Alexis Westerkamp in the third base coaching box. Whalert is ready. The runner bluffs. The pitch is high. 2-1 now to count to Gravitt. Whalert will now take a little walk around the circle. Hollers something in the dugout. 2-1 the count to Gravitt. And the pitch just missing low. And now Whalert can't find the strike zone. Falling behind 3-1 to Gravitt against the bottom part of the lineup. 12-2, East Mills trailing. There's a strike on the outside corner. She found that spot that time. The count is full now to Gravitt for East Mills. Both pitchers have had control issues throughout the game, more so on the East Mills side. Swing and a miss on strike 3. And Whalert gets out of that at bat. with her 8th strikeout of the game. I thought it was 6 earlier, but she had struck out Jones to end the 3rd. She's had pretty much a strikeout to end every inning so far. The first 3 innings all ended on strikeouts. Here's Aarons now. First pitch in there for a called strike. Aarons struck out on 3 straight pitches, leading off the 3rd inning. Kraus on at first. The 0-1 now from Whalert. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The runner goes. The throw is to the second base bag, and the shortstop, Asklund, had to reach back and nearly made a good tag. But Kraus able to get in there safely with her first stolen base of the season. But Whalert is ahead of Aarons. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Griswold on top, 12-2 here on KSOM.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Well, that's the ball game. 10-run rule after 4, I guess, is the rule. That would have been a change then, because he was usually 10 runs after 5, but it's 10 runs after 4. And Griswold with the victory here tonight over East Mills. The final is 12-2 as Griswold opens up their season with the victory over East Mills. 12-2, the final score here from Griswold. We'll take a break with the totals coming up after this. 2-minute timeout here on KSOM.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Peace of mind isn't easy to have these days, unless you shop at McCunn Specialty Firearms. McCunn Specialty Firearms has teamed up with Iowa Safe Company to bring you a full showroom of their top-notch safes. Keep legal documents, family valuables, cash, and firearms safe from children, intruders, and fire. Put your mind at ease with Iowa Safe Company and McCunn Specialty Firearms. Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 4. McCunn Specialty Firearms, your first stop for your Second Amendment right, on the corner of 148 and 92.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Cars and Auto Owners Insurance, a winning combination.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
So the line totals in the ball game here tonight for East Mills: 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1. For Griswold, 12 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They leave 4. Ailey Waylert is the winning pitcher. She goes to 1-0 in the season. Alexis Jones takes the loss. She falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game is 1 hour and 10 minutes. Griswold took command in this one. Really, it was, though, the Wolverines got 1 run in the top of the first inning when Brooke Jones got on a hit by pitch with 1 out in the top of the first. 3 pass balls later, she was able to score, and the Wolverines had that lead. But then Griswold was able to pounce in the bottom of the first off Alexis Jones. The game started with a looping single by Asklund just past the second base bag. Abby Gollenhorst got another base hit. Then a walk, a 2-run single by Addison Adams, a hit by pitch, a walk, hit by pitch, hit by pitch. Alexis Jones, a young pitcher. She pitched a lot of innings last year as an 8th grader. She's still learning as she goes as a freshman. East Mills doesn't have as many options. Marissa Asklund had a huge 2-run double in that first inning. 9 runs for Griswold in the opening frame, and they took command early. East Mills, Griswold would tack on another run in the second inning to lead 10-1. It was 1 run in the third for East Mills on an RBI single from Addie Goy to drive in Brooke Jones. That made it 10-2, but it was 12-2 after the third when, again, 2 runs came in, both on pretty much wild pitches and mistakes by East Mills to score Asklund and Gollenhorst. And the 10-run rule came into effect after 4 innings here, and 12-2, Griswold with the win. Again, the line totals, and again, they're unofficial for East Mills. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, they leave 1. Griswold, 12 runs, 5 hits, no errors, they leave 4. Waylert, the winning pitcher, 1-0. Jones takes the loss 0-1. Time of the game, 1 hour and 10 minutes. East Mills starts off at 0-1. Griswold at 1-0 on the season. Well, we will have more softball coverage coming your way this Thursday night. We'll be in Avoca as the Exira K. Audubon softball team. They're expected to be a contender this year with their ace pitcher Riley Miller. We'll see her as they battle the Lady Vikes of AHSTW. That will be on Thursday night with a 7 o'clock start time. All the coverage here on KSOM. Want to thank Michael Scherf, our producer back at the plush KSOM studios, and thanks Jack McKee. We'll be hearing from him on the air as we go throughout the season as well. And thanks for his work here in Griswold. This is Chris Varney signing off from Griswold High School. Reminding you the final score here tonight. It's Griswold with a season opening victory as they defeat East Mills by a final of 12-2. Good night, everybody, from Griswold